everybody. Welcome to part 2 of my haul from my very first thrift store. This was a Goodwill Grand Opening. My Yoda is just, he's not sitting, I know he's not Yoda, but baby Yoda. He's not sitting right. Anyway, it's bugging me. Anyway, welcome. And my name is Kim. If you have not been here before, my channel is never too late. I do a lot, I am a real, a full-time reseller. I do thrift videos and haul videos, what's old videos, that kind of thing. So if you like that kind of content, please consider subscribing. And let's get into this haul. I have like a bag and a half to go through, and this is all stuff I found a couple weeks ago at a grand opening at a Goodwill. Now, it was my first ever grand opening, and I will admit I did not go in with a plan, but I found so much great stuff, and I was able to take a bag of stuff I had in my cart to donate it that day and get 20% off coupon. So I don't know why this shirt is just not sitting right, but anyway, it's gonna bug me the whole video. So anyway, know that I did get 20% off total, and I'm just gonna tell you the price that it was in the store. This was $2. I always hit up the lingerie aisle because I find nice little beauties that sell really bread and butter really well for me. Sometimes some really, really nice ones. This is kind of a gold, bronzy gold little slip dress. It has the lace racer back. It's got lace trim, and then it's got a little side panel. It's a little kind of 90s slip dress, and like I said, $2, great price, and it is Avid Love, but really beautiful satin. It feels so nice and soft. Okay, next. Oh, these were REI hiking pants. $7.29 was the price. These are an 8 petite. And I do find that the REI hiking pants do well for me overall. I don't know what I was doing with them. But they do have the cargo pockets, and I think they are the convertibles. Yes, they are convertible. They have that roll tab, and they do fold up so they could be a longer length or be more of a capri length. And they do have a lot, like I said, a lot of pockets, which is nice. And they have the zipper pocket on the back. It's always nice to have at least one pocket. I think the cargo pockets are also zip. But when you're hiking, it's great to have pockets that zip. They also have this adjustable waist, so you can cinch them in and make them a little tighter or looser, depending. So, great pair of hiking pants from REI. I will look these up, find out the style name when I list them. But just a great little bread and butter pickup. You know, I don't even mind if I have to hold on to them. I know we're going into fall winter, so if I really have to hold on to them until spring, it's not a big deal, but I do think they will sell before then. All right, next up is vintage. If you've been up my channel, you know, one, I always hit the lingerie aisle, and two, I love vintage. And this is a vintage cotton nightgown, and you can see it's just, you know, it's almost paper thin, but it is from the brand Barbizon. Does anybody remember Barbizon? This is probably like, what, 80s, 90s, maybe even older. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a little research. But look at that beautiful little floral print. These cotton vintage nightgowns are very popular, and it has these really beautiful buttons. So I don't think there was there a size? Let me see that tag again. It's hard to read. It's very, no, there's no size, so I'll have to do measurements and stuff, but there's the tag. But this one was $3.75, and once again, in the lingerie aisle, that lingerie sleepwear aisle, I always find, or almost always find, some goodies there. Okay, this is, I think, another kind of a bread and butter pickup, but it was $6.29. And I should tell you, my average cost for the day was a little bit over $5. So probably about $5.30, something like that. This is from J. Jill. It is a size large, and it is just a really pretty midi skirt. Floral, kind of boho midi skirt, peasant skirt. These are just very bread and butter for me in any number of brands or no brand. The floral, boho-y looking midi maxi skirts, just very bread and butter for me. All right, this, I believe, is vintage. Yes, this is vintage and dead stock, which, if you're not familiar with that term, it means that it is vintage that's new with tags. It's never But look at this. It's from Kathy Lee collection. Look at that. And it looks like it was, I don't know where it was sold. It is a small size 4-6. It was $6.29. But it is this beautiful satin. Look at these colors. Deep kind of a burgundy red color, and then the black, and it's a paisley print. It has a little bit of stretch in the waist, but also a zipper and button on the side. And it is polyester satin, but definitely vintage. I would say probably 90s. These maxi midi skirts like this do so well. Okay, next. Oh, I think this is another skirt. I also hit up the skirt aisle, and I found that a lot of people skip the skirt aisle as well. $6.29. This is Advanced Apparels. One size. I don't think this is vintage, but it is new with tags. But it is this very, very beautiful black midi to maxi skirt. But look at this. Look at the embellishment. It's got the beading. No, it's just metallic thread. It's just metallic embroidery. I thought it was beading at first, but yeah. And it's very, like, it's got these, the bottom layer is this sheer kind of eyelet. It's just so pretty. You know, it's tiered kind of in this V, but it's also got, you know, it's got the top layer, and then it does have, I thought it had an inner layer, an inner lining, but no, I guess it doesn't. This is just the one layer. But it does have that little sheer panel at the bottom. And elastic waist. And this one was $6.29. I think this one I'm going to put, you know, the whimsy, goth, witchy, all of that kind of stuff. Dark fairy grunge. So lots of keywords for that one. This is Madewell, size large. And I know a lot of people will say that brands like Madewell, they only get them in plus sizes. But for me, it's a piece-to-piece thing. This one was $5.49, and I just loved the style of it. And the polka dots. It's got the balloon sleeve and the smocked cuff. And then it's got this like pen tucking at the collar, as well as that little inset of like lace there. But polka dots are so popular. It's also got the pen tucking along the sleeve and the ruffle at the shoulder. It just had so many factors that stacked. Did a little factor stacking. But you know, the ruffle, the pen tucking, the smocking, the polka dots, just the overall kind of flowy feel to it, the boho feel. Also, I think you could put fairy in there. I just thought it would do well with, it has a lot going for it. All right, next one. I think this video might be longer than part one. I maybe should have done a few more things. This is J. Crew Factory Extra Soft, size small. I do well with J. Crew when it's nice pieces. But this, if you could feel it, when they say super soft, they are not kidding. It does have ribbed cuffs. It's got the little collar. And it's just a very basic winter piece that you could layer over another shirt. You could layer under a blazer. You could use this for workwear. You could go out. You could put this with so many different things. You could dress it up, dress it down, use it, you know, it's just very much a closet staple. You know, a capsule wardrobe piece, but really nice. Okay, next. Something else black. Okay, this was just a style-based piece. It's from Spencer Alexis, a size large, but look at this. Look how beautiful this is. It has got these sheer kimono sleeves with the floral paisley print, and then there's some gold metallic thread running through there, and then it's like a black kind of like crepe material, but then the side is this, it's very mixed media. You have this kind of sheer lace panels, and then you have these almost like a tapestry panel that has this satin flower, and then at the very top you have the definitely kind of brocade there. But the piece de resistance is the fastening. Look at that fastening. Isn't that amazing? Look how gorgeous that is. You know, with holidays and entertaining season coming up, I thought this would be something someone would love to throw on and go to a party. Okay, moving on. I guess I can need to move a little faster. Okay, this was $5.49, and this is just a little basic turtleneck from... Okay, I know there was a tag in here somewhere, but I can't find it. Huh, I don't remember. But anyway, it's just a little basic turtleneck with skiers. I just thought, you know, a nice little base layer. I thought because it's that novelty ski print, it might do well. This dress is something someone else put back, and I was like, you sure you don't want that? And she was like, no, I'm not going to get it. I was like, good. Let me take it off your hands. $8.59, but look at this. Look at this cherry print. It is a button front of the top, kind of a shirt dress with a collar. Then it's got kind of the fit and flare, kind of a skirt. It is lined. It's very well made. And it is missing the belt, but I have never had that be a problem when selling dresses. But look at that cherry print. Fruit prints, so popular. Shirt dresses, so popular. And this is from Brooks Brothers, size 4, made in Thailand. It's just definitely giving me that 50s housewife kind of a feeling. I adore this dress. I think that's gonna do really well. I keep moving out of the frame, but I'm trying to keep everything semi-organized so I can get it all hung up and steamed and listed in the next little while. This is probably very out of season, but it is Sundance. It was $5.49, and it is a size large. Let me just button the top button so you can get a better idea. And Sundance has recently announced that they are closing their doors, so I think Sundance pieces, because Sundance does have quite a following, so I think their pieces might become very popular. So I went ahead and got it off season, but it is this beautiful white top. Look at these gorgeous bell sleeves. How beautiful. It's got the Swiss dot. The buttons are mother of pearl. It's kind of a little bit of a peplum. And then the bottom, once again, in the front has this gorgeous little kind of eyelet lace. So I seasonal or not, I had to pick it up. And the thing is, things sell out of season anyway. And that is just kind of a classic white, beachy, coastal piece. I don't see that going out of style regardless. All right, this I think is an Anthropologie brand as well. I don't know what it is. I'll have to look it up. But this is a skirt. It was $5.29. You know, I am wondering though if it was originally elastic, and the elastic is kind of gone. I'm just going to go ahead and list it as the waist size that it is, because it is pretty much a straight skirt. But I did not notice that in the store. I will admit that at the end of it, after waiting in line and shopping, I was there for like 7 hours. By the end, I think I was like half delirious. So it doesn't surprise me that one piece slipped by. But I'm still going to list it. It's a beautiful little skirt from a good brand, good quality. And then I'm just going to list that the elastic may have been elastic, and the elastic is worn out, and someone might either want to replace the elastic, or if it's their waist size, they might just want to wear it as is. So I will list that. Probably won't get much for it given that it does have that flaw, but like I said, it doesn't shock me that something got by the quality check process towards the end of the day, and I did find that one at the end of the day. Okay, this is Free People 1, and I know that their waffle knits can be very popular, so... And you know what? This one would fit me, so even if it doesn't sell, I can keep it. But it has the waffle knit, the ribbed cuff sleeve, and then on the side, it's a little cropped, and on the side it kind of has this little tie detail. Just a very neutral kind of beige, pinky beige color, blush pink, but definitely more beige. So just kind of a basic Free People thermal. All right, this was just a little New with Tags bra that I got. It is airy, new with tags. It did retail for $38.95. I have been selling airy bras, so this one was $5.49, but given that it was new with tags, and this is definitely one of the type that tends to sell well. It's a little bralette, it's got padding, but it also could definitely be worn as just a little crop top for layering. You could definitely, you know, wear this to a festival or something like that. So I think this will do well. Might wait, let's get until the spring or summer, but that's okay. Some more velvet. What would a haul of mine be without lingerie and velvet? Okay, this has a very sticky tag on it that I'm going to have to get off. It looks like someone taped, maybe from a yard sale or something, taped a price on it. But it's just on the tag, not on the garment. So this was $5.49. I can tell from the tag it's Forever 21. And it is just a little velvet slip dress with the lace trim, zips in the back, and it's just got a cute little, almost like a skater round skirt. But just really cute. I love, it's like the crushed velvet, and it, you know, it just kind of shimmers in the light. Okay, we have another lingerie piece. This one was $5.49. But this was interesting. I just thought this was really pretty. I think you would need to put something under here, a slip dress, a little slip or something. But it has got this open neck, really deep V, open back with just the strap across. It's long sleeve and mini, but it is this beautiful floral mesh lace dress. Okay, this was one of the best finds of the day. It was $7.29, and I picked it up because it had these little leather tabs, and it just looked really nice. It's just a little hoodie, and I think it was mostly the leather tabs, but I picked it up, I put it in my cart, and then I was showing my friend who I was there with, and she looked at it and she said, "Oh, that's," I'm gonna have to read the name because I don't even know. She said, "That's Fjall Raven." It's Fjall, one word, Raven. Fjall Raven. Fjall Raven? I don't know. But there's the tag. And she's like, yeah, she's like, I know they make bags and they're incredibly expensive. Well, apparently they make these hoodies, these little hoodies. And yeah, the comps are like $70, $80. And it's the perfect time of year. Now, this one does have a little bit of a spot on it. I'm not sure if it's like, I think it'll come off. I don't know. It might be paint. I'm not sure. But even with the flaw, it still will sell really well because it's a very, very popular, sought after, expensive brand. So I learned, I mean, I love that when I learn a new brand to be on the lookout, and you know, my instincts tell me it's something to look for, to look at, and then it ends up being good. That always, it makes me feel good. Now, this wasn't about brand. This was style based, but this was Cambridge Dry Goods, size large. I think this might be a men's. I'm not sure, but this is just so like preppy academia. Look at the corduroy shoulder patches. It's got the quarter zip, the heathered blue, the ribbed cuffs. I think this just, to me, just said, you know, that very much grandpa sweater and preppy sweater. So excited to find that one. And this one was $5.49. I'm telling you, I did really well in the sweater aisle. And continuing on with that theme, this is from Talbot. It's a medium. Talbot sells pretty well for me in really good, substantial pieces. This was $6.29, and this is just stunningly gorgeous. I think this is so beautiful. Look at this. Look at that beautiful embroidery, and then it carries it over the shoulder onto the back, and it is also on sleeve, and it has these beautiful matching buttons in this mauve color, and then the ribbon underneath. I thought this was so pretty. I can't remember what it was made out of. Nylon, cotton, Angora, and wool. Okay, so nice fabric blend too. But yeah, I saw that and I knew I had to get that one. Okay, let's keep going with the sweaters. We got one more in here. Okay, this is from J. Crew. It is 100% cotton, size large. And this, I couldn't resist. Look at that Santa. That is just such a J. Crew cool kind of Santa. And it's these red and white stripes, kind of a chunky knit. I love it. And this is $6.29. So you're seeing a lot. Even though I pay, you know, the price was over because I had the 20% off coupon. My average sale being a little bit over $5 was really kind of great. This dress is so beautiful. It was $8.59, and with, you know, holiday season and all of that coming up, it is definitely vintage. It is Lala Collections, size medium. Here's the brand. But look at this. Absolute gorgeousness. Okay, let's do the front first. Here's the front. It has these little rhinestones going all the way up. Look at that ruffle. And then in the middle, it's got this little pendant. Isn't that gorgeous? And then the bottom is crushed velvet. And then in the back, look at that low back. And then it comes down, and that ruffle continues down with this beautiful, like, crepe ruffle. And then it zips in the back. Isn't that stunning? I mean, if you walked in this little black dress to a party, you would turn heads. You would turn heads in the right way. It would be good head turns. All right, another Talbot sweater. This one is a large. And let's see, what's this one made out of? Cotton. Yeah, cotton ramie, so nothing super exciting. It's a little more lightweight, but isn't this beautiful with the angels flying all over? And then it's got gold metallic beading and little pearl beading, and then yarn for the hair of the angels. And then if you go on the back, there is another angel, and there's all this little beading around too that looks like little stars in the night sky, and it is a button front. I just thought this was so beautiful. I know that there's someone who will absolutely love wearing this through the winter. I'm telling you, the sweater aisle did me good. Okay, this was kind of disappointing. But I bought the skirt. I did get the skirt, but I first saw there was a matching little crop top that went with it, and I saw that, and it was LPA, which is an Anthropologie brand. This one's a size small, and I saw the top, and the top was so cute, and I loved the metallic. Look at this fabric. It was this exact same fabric, and I was like, oh, that's amazing, I want it. And I grabbed it, and it was like $14. It was priced up so much. It was just not affordable. But then I found the skirt, and they didn't have it as a set, and the skirt was only $6.29, so I did end up getting the skirt. But look at this detail. Wait, which side is it on? It's a midi skirt, got this deep slit here, but look at the little pearl buttons. I just think with the holidays coming, and you could put so much with this, I think that this will be gorgeous. I wish that I could have gotten the top too, but it was just priced up too much. And it was interesting, and it's one of the things you will find when you're thrifting is that, like, you can find that two pieces of the same set, one will be priced up and the other one won't be. So it just never hurts to look, because you just don't know. Sometimes they miss things, or I don't know why they would decide to price up one or the other. Two different people price them. I don't know. Okay, this is a little dress from J. Jill. It is a size extra large. And once again, maybe not, it definitely more of a vacation-y kind of a top dress, a little boho, but I love the embroidery, and it is JJL extra large. Let's see, what was the price? $5.49. I just thought that was too good of a deal to pass up. I think it'll do well, even if I have to hold on to it for a little while. I will tell you that I tried to get to the dresses a couple of times, and they were kind of like squashed into a corner, and it was really hard to get in and out of there when there were other people there. So I kind of got remnants of the dress. I didn't get in there when there were, like, you know, when it was prime dress shopping time. This is Soft Surroundings. It's a size large, and I just thought this was a really pretty dress. It's just a short little dress, but with some boots and tights. This would be so cute. And it's got the nice balloon sleeve with the button cuff, and I think it's just a beautiful, almost got some metallic thread in there. Just a beautiful print. I know Soft Surroundings is not quite what it once was, but again, if the pieces are beautiful, I find that Soft Surroundings still sells well when the pieces are really nice pieces. This Sabutu, the size is cut out. It says handmade in Indonesia. Let me button this. But this is just, once again, style based. But this is gorgeous. Oh, my battery's about to run out. We need to speed this up. Okay, here we go. Look at this. It's peacock feathers. It's like multicolored, color blocked, but it's got the peacock feathers with the beading all over. Like, here's the back. Look at that. It's sheer to wear over something for layering. I think that is gorgeous, especially with, you know, entertaining season coming. Okay, let's get a little faster through this so we don't run out of battery. Victoria's Secret. It's not silk, it is polyester. It was $2. It is a beautiful green color with beautiful lace at the bottom and at the bust, and these little slip dresses, nighties. Once again, very bread and butter for me. They do really well. I sell a lot of them. Okay, this one was $3. It is black, also Victoria's Secret. Sometimes they would price Victoria's Secret up, but they didn't here. Look at the lace panel. It's satin, lace around the bodice, a little baby doll top. Very cute. Nice little slip dress there. This dress. Oh, this is another one of my very favorite pieces. This is just, it's amazing. Okay, it is from the brand Strasbourg. It's a size 14. I think this may be vintage, 100% cotton. It was, let's tell you what it was, $8.59. Look at this. Look at the color. Look at the color on this. Can you see it? Okay, I'm going to get it to where you can see the little white flowers. And then it is this red gingham maxi dress. It ties in the back. It's got the, kind of a Peter Pan collar. The collar extends around to the back. It does button in the back. And look at the piping at the waistline. It's kind of a little bit of an empire waist with the piping. And it is a very full skirt. And it is lined. Isn't that gorgeous? I think this dress, oh man. This was a special one. This is, like, you just don't see that very often. It's just so gorgeous. All right, we're almost at the bottom of the bag. I feel like I'm in a race against the battery of my camera. This was $5.49, and this is just a really gorgeous piece from Ann Taylor Petites, a size 12, and it is a silk blend. And I do believe this was probably part of a set. It probably had a skirt that matched it. But look at these gorgeous, like, brocade, satin brocade. Look at that. Silk satin brocade. It does have a zipper, I think. I thought it had a zipper somewhere. Maybe it doesn't. I guess not. Yeah, it does. It has a zipper right here. But I just thought this little vest was so beautiful. You could do so much with it. And it fits very much into that witchy whimsigoth and also the holiday kind of feel. Okay, this is very out of season. $5.49, but Madras sells so well. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. It's very much a preppy staple. Very much that New England, Cape Cod kind of look. This was Ann Taylor size 12. It is a skirt. It is lined. It's beautiful red, white, and blue, and yellow Madras. And then it does have pockets on the back with the little buttons. But I didn't just get one Madras piece. I got two because they were there, and I will want them next summer. If they don't sell before summer, they will definitely sell next summer. $5.49. These are men's shorts, and the brand is Berry Bricken. I don't know that brand. I'm gonna have to look them up. But they just are Madras kind of Bermuda shorts. Maybe a little short to be Bermudas. They do have the button. They have like little coconut buttons. And they do button on the back. So, men's and women's. Nice little couple wanting to match. There you go. I got you all covered. Another little bra that I got. This was $3. This is another one of those little pieces that I think would be very festival-y if you put something else under it. And it is stuck. Okay, the tag is just stuck in there. But anyway, this is... It's not gonna look right with the tag like that. But this is what it would look like if the... It's just a lace little bralette. I don't know how that happened. Okay, alright, we're coming. Last three pieces, and two of these are the same brand. I need to look up at these brands. I think this was also sold at Anthropologie. I saw these skirts. There were more by this brand, but I only picked up these two. It is Odile, and this is... I think it zips on the side zip. But look at this skirt. It is velvet with this floral embroidery. And then it has got the little mesh ruffle kind of cut into little V's down at the bottom. I just think it was super cute. Super cute. And it was $6.29. And then the other one that I got, once again from the same brand, $6.29. Also a size 2. And this one is cotton. The outside is cotton. But this has a little bit of a 50s feel to me, like a pinup feel. It kind of flares at the bottom with the lace. And this is velvet. So it's kind of like this pink with the velvet black roses. And then, like I said, it flares at the bottom, which is definitely giving me a little bit of that 50s pinup girl kind of vibe. The other ones that were there were the same brand, were kind of plainer, and these two, both of these just had something a little extra that made me think they were worth it, and the other ones were just a little plainer. Okay, this I accidentally paid up for. I honestly didn't. I just grabbed it. I was like, oh my god, this is great, and I didn't look at the price. Delirious at the end, I'm telling you. But it's fine. My average cost still came out to be around $5, so I'm good with it. But I think I paid $11 for this shirt, which on its own was not a good idea. Yeah, $11. But like I said, overall cost of goods, it was fine. I'm trying to find the button. This is Torrid, and Torrid, the stuff it does, I think the best in Torrid are the more gothic kind of pieces, and this kind of mixes. It mixes the fruit, which is so popular with the gothic, because if you can tell, these little cherries are skulls. It's a cherry print, but the cherries are little skulls. This is just an amazing shirt. I think this is so fun. And honestly, it would fit me, so if it doesn't sell, I'll just keep it. I'll just keep it. And then it's totally worth $11. All right, bag is empty. We are done. Whew, okay, so that is all of my haul from the grand opening of the Goodwill. Now, Goodwill's the only, in my area, something in my eye, sorry. The only discounts that Goodwill's in my area have at all are 30% off on Wednesdays for seniors. Yay, I'm a senior. Woohoo! Sometimes you just gotta, celebrate it, right? If you're giving me 30% off, yay! The rest of the time, I will tell you I'm not a senior. I'm sorry. I don't feel like a senior. But, you know, when you're giving me 30% off, I'll own it all day. But anyway, and then they also do have a rewards program, and I did spend $300 on this haul. And so I have all those points, but I wasn't able to use them that day because somehow I got 2 rewards cards and I picked the wrong one to use. I have one that's registered and the other one I got and I never used. So I used the one that wasn't registered. So since it wasn't registered, they couldn't use the points. So I have to register it to use the points next time. Do you got all that? Because I'm not sure I do. So now I have 2. So I need to use up everything that's on one of them, cut it into pieces, and only have one going forward. Because you can only use one of them. Anyway, next time I will go on a Wednesday. I will have 30% off, and I will have probably about $30 in rewards points to spend, as well as to discount even further. So even though I didn't get to use it on this haul, it will make my next purchases that much cheaper. So it all works out in the end. It all works together in the end. And anyway, thank you guys so much. If you made it all the way to the end, this one ended up being a little longer. I was going to do it in thirds, but then it just seemed like it was going to, I don't know. Ended up doing it in halves, and this one was the longer half. My throat is tired. I'm not used to talking through videos anymore. So my throat is like, what are you doing? Anyway, it's so good to be back making videos again. I have missed it. I've missed all of you. So anyway, if you like this kind of content and you can stand me, I know I get a little chatty. I get a little wordy. But, you know, that's who I am. I've had complaints in my comments that I talk too much. But that's who I am, so that's just how it is. But anyway, subscribe if you would like to. I am not real regular about uploading my videos on certain days. I am hoping to get to a schedule at some point, but I am not there yet. So hit that notification bell if you'd like to know when a new one comes out. And also, if you don't mind leaving me a thumbs up and a comment, if you don't know what to comment, you can just leave an emoji. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm, and right now, the YouTube algorithm does not know I exist anymore. It thinks I just, like, you know, dropped off the face of the earth because I didn't make videos for several months. So, any support would be helpful. Trying to get back out there and getting my videos out again. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. And just remember that it is never too late to just go out and try something new. Like going to this grand opening. I had no idea what to expect. I was excited, but, you know, I'm so glad I went. There was a part of me that was thinking, I'm probably not going to find much. There's going to be so many people there. Probably a lot of them are going to be resellers, and I'm just not going to find anything. I'll be happy if I can walk out with 3 things. And then I ended up walking out with almost more than I could carry. So, I mean, literally, my arms were sore the next day because I was trying to carry it to my car, which was not that far away. I have been working out, though. My husband, I'm getting up early and working out with my husband, doing weights, so I'm going to be strong. I'm going to be strong one day. One day, this will be muscle. Maybe. Anyway, I'm just going on and on. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I love you all so much. I appreciate your support so much. And I will definitely see you. Oh. Remote control. You know, it's one of those things where I put it somewhere, I'm like, oh, I put it right down here on this little table that's right here, and then I'll know exactly where it is, and I won't have to go looking for it, except for, you know, I had to go looking for it. Alright guys, I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful rest of your day, week, weekend, whenever it is that you're watching this, and I'll see you next time. Bye!